obviously everybody's worried about the economy today. I want to ask about the economy, not necessarily how you save money, but how can IT play a role in bringing their respective enterprises out of the economic doldrums?
Well, I think there's the generic answer that all of us want to hear, which is IT's role is to help do that. But I think we want to be very candid. In some companies, in some government organizations, IT is viewed as an expense. And in that scenario, what the leaders are going to ask IT to do is cut expenses. In other environments, they're viewed as the enabler of the business strategy, and will actually, during periods of economic slowdown, you'll use IT to gain huge competitive advantage. That's clearly what Cisco is going to do. We're going to grow our expenses regardless of what the economy does in IT by 10% this next year, very heavily targeted through collaboration and video implementation on it. But I think it goes back to a more basic issue. Where are the market transitions going on? And it will vary by industry. And then how to use IT not just to enable that strategy, but I would argue that it is not too great a leap of faith here. And I don't expect people to agree with me today, but it'll be fun 2 years from now and 4 years from now, assuming you all invite me back, to see how far we've come. I actually think for the first time, collaborative IT, especially using video, data, and voice combined, will be so intertwined with the business or governmental strategy, you won't know the difference between the two. So IT will move from being in well-run organizations or government agencies enabling their strategy to the strategy will almost be one and the same. You won't be able to tell how collaboration really works in customer support versus what was IT versus what was your traditional business.
Great. Well, let's take that further. When these people come back from Symposium, they're going to want specific things that they should do based on what's happening in the economy. What specific advice would you give them?
Okay. You want to pick and choose which areas have the most high productivity and which areas have the most cost effectiveness. You want to be realistic on where your CEO's attitudes are. Just as recently as 3 months ago, the CEOs were probably focused on top line growth, bottom line growth, and productivity. Today they're focused about flexibility because the market showed that none of us know for sure which way it's going to go. They're after speed and scale in terms of capability, and how do you enable cost cutting, not necessarily of IT, but within the organization in terms of the leverage. What is exciting if we go back to the future and we look at the mid-90s when we predicted the productivity increase would not be what Greenspan thought it would, 1 to 2% a year, but 3 to 5% was very doable, and it did occur from 97 through 2002, 2004. You're going to see an instant replay. And unlike the early 90s where you had to put in a big ERP implementation, which at Cisco took 3 years and 3,000 people to implement and almost crashed the company in the process, now these technologies that we bring together with a common architecture, combining the concepts of social networking with Facebook and YouTube technologies, except we use a directory and Cisco C-Vision, we'll do 26 priorities this year, we'll drive productivity at 10% a year, and we will have done that in 12 months with 50 people focused on it.